Hey everybody, it's Lisa from the Silhouette, Cameo, Beginners and Newbies Hangout group. I'm getting ready to cut some HTV. I'm trying to do some aprons for my workshops. So I just thought I'd tell you real quick, show you real quick what I usually do. This is my logo. Like I've told you before, I always tend to cut by color, so I usually color everything in. And I'm visual, so if I'm doing a design, I'll put everything in the correct color just because I'm real anal retentive like that. But here's my logo that I'm going to use for my aprons. So I'm going to click on it. And a lot of you have been using like the auto blade setting. It's cutting through your mat. I don't have a Cameo 3, but from what I have been hearing, lots of people have been saying to turn off the auto blade setting. And typically the way I always cut is I do not go and directly just send a silhouette. You always want to click on your cut settings window, which kind of looks like a marker versus a cutter to me. You're going to click on that, and I always go, when you go into your screen, it's going to say standard. Cut, no cut, cut edge. I don't want you to do that. I want you to go to advanced. I typically cut by color fill, so whatever this is filled with is going to be my color options. I have tons of color options, and let me show you why. Because I have all kinds of crap hidden that you guys can't see. So we're just going to focus on this today. So what I want to be able to do is I'm going to cut by fill color. If you're one that doesn't fill it in with color and you cut by line color, you can choose that option. So what you're going to do is you're going to select the color you're going to be cutting. I'm cutting black. So if I go back here, you can see my design is black. I go back to the cut settings window, which is in my little marker. That's what it looks like to me. You're going to choose your black. Right now mine says vinyl. I am cutting glitter HTV. There is a difference between cutting smooth HTV versus glitter because it is way thicker. So once you select your material, you're going to scroll down here on the right. You're going to look in your options. Okay, cardstock, blue stencil, vinyl, whatever. Okay, you can go down and look for, and it's in alphabetical order, HTV smooth, HTV material glitter, which is here. What I want you guys to do, if you're using the auto blade setting, you need to adjust this manually. This is not going to do it. You have to physically go over and open it up, take your blade out, and actually switch it that way using the little ratchet that's provided inside the machine by your blade holder. Okay? Adjust your speed, your thickness. Double cut is only, like I have a lot of fine lines, I'm not going to double cut mine because it's going to probably pull it up. If you are ever in doubt, always do your test cut. Now what I'm going to tell you is every machine cuts differently. I buy HTV and glitter HTV from different places online, whether it's US Cutter, Expressions Vinyl. They do not all have the same cut settings. Okay? So you're going to need to make sure that you're testing them. Like my smooth HTV that I get from US Cutter cuts differently than one that I get from Expressions Vinyl. That's just something to keep in the back of your head when this stuff is kind of going on, you can't get things to cut correctly. So you always make sure when you're doing t-shirts, it's the only time you have to mirror. So when you left click to select it, right click, there is no option for mirror. It's a big fancy word for flip horizontally. That's all that it means. I know a lot of people are like, mirror this, mirror that, just flip it. Okay? Adjust the settings as you need. These may not be the settings that you are going to use for yours. I have a new blade, so I haven't tested this yet. So I'll probably go ahead and do a test cut just to make sure. And how you know if the test cut works, it will cut a little square with a tiny triangle in the middle. Use your weeding tool to pull those pieces out. If they come out real easily, very quickly, very smoothly, and release from the transfer tape underneath, then you're good to go. If it does not, go in and adjust your thickness. Typically, it is your thickness that is the issue. Either your thickness or your blade. The only time I slow things down is if I have a really fine font and I don't want the blade to catch on any of those pieces, something that's real skinny. Okay, so there's some quick tips about doing HTV. Just a basic cut. Right now I'm using glitter. You would do the same thing if you use smooth HTV. I can't talk today. You like that smooge. I have not been drinking either, by the way. Not yet. It's been one of those days that I feel like I should, but I have not. Maybe after I cut this and it acts stupid, I'll probably feel like drinking, but I won't. I'll probably go hunt down some chocolate. I've been doing this for 5 years. Just because I'm going to cut this now after 5 years of experience does not mean that it's going to cut correctly. Just remember that. We all make mistakes. We all have a hard time. We all have bad days. If you have a bad day, shut it down, close your computer, and walk away. And then when you come back, you'll feel better about it. So I'll talk to you guys later. You have a good day. See you soon. Bye.